Imagine ending the year with an extra £5,000 sitting in your bank account. For most of us, that sounds like a dream. With bills going up, food prices climbing, and everyday life getting more expensive, the idea of saving that much can feel impossible. But here's the thing, £5,000 a year works out at about £417 a month, or around £14 a day. When you think about it like that, it's not some crazy target. It's about making lots of small, sensible changes that stack up over time. Now, the first step is to look honestly at where your money is going. Most of us spend more than we realise on things we barely use. Maybe it's the streaming services you hardly watch, the gym membership that sounded like a good idea in January but hasn't seen you since March, or those free trial apps that quietly turned into paid subscriptions. Even cutting back £40 or £50 a month here makes a big difference. That's £600 saved over the year without really feeling it. Now, food is another big one. The weekly shop, coffees on the go, and the odd takeaway really add up. If you plan your meals, swap some branded products for supermarket own label, and cut back on takeaways, not all of them, just a couple a month, you can easily save £20 a week. That's more than £1,000 over a year. And if you take your lunch from home just 2 or 3 times a week instead of buying it, you could save another £400 to £500. Now, bills where lots of people leave money on the table. Things like broadband, mobile, car insurance, and energy, they often creep up if you don't check in on them. Now, spending half an hour switching providers once a year could save £20 or £30 a month. That's a few £100s in your pocket instead of theirs. Even shopping around for car or home insurance instead of auto-renewing can save £100 or more. Now, impulse spending is another sneaky one. We've all bought clothes we didn't really need, gadgets that ended up in a drawer, or random stuff online late at night. A simple trick is to give yourself 48 hours before you buy anything that isn't essential. 9 times out of 10, you'll decide you don't need it. Saving just £40 a month this way is nearly £500 a year. And the chances are you won't even miss the things you didn't buy. Now, another tip that makes saving easier is to pay yourself first. Set up a direct debit that moves money into a savings account the same day your wages land. Even if it's £100 or £200 at first. It adds up quickly. If you can push that to £350 a month, by the end of the year, you'll have £4,200 set aside without having to think about it. And if you can bring in a little extra, that's where things get exciting. Selling stuff you don't use anymore, clothes, furniture, old tech, can put a few £100s in your pocket. Picking up a few hours of overtime or a side hustle, even something that makes £50 a week, adds £2,600 a year. That alone gets you halfway to your goal. Put it all together and the numbers really stack up. Cancel a couple of subscriptions and save £600. Be smarter with food and save £1,000. Switch bills and insurance and save £400. Cut impulse buys and save £500. Automate £350 a month and save £4,200. Throw in a bit of extra income and you've smashed the £5,000 mark. Now, the point isn't to cut out every little joy or live on beans and rice. It's about noticing where money slips away and making choices that don't feel like punishment. Saving £5,000 in a year is possible if you chip away bit by bit. And when you see that balance at the end of the year, it's one of the best feelings because you know you've done it by being smart, not by giving up the things that matter to you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more videos just like this one. If you're keen to learn more about personal finance, be sure to check out the industryportal.com link in the description below. Thanks so much for stopping by, and as always, keep growing, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next video.